right. We're doing it. Doing good. Love to hear that. What up, Iron Cowboy? How we doing? All right. We are set up and ready to go. Everything's live. Doing a little double feature today. So we've got two budget little workstation computers today that we're going to be building. So these are for a local customer here. Two just identical little systems, no graphics cards, just a workstation, bare bones. Got little i5-12400. We got 16 gigs of RAM, terabyte of storage, little ITX motherboard, CPU cooler, power supply, and then we've got this really cool little ITX/MATX case. So on this one here, we're gonna have the motherboard sitting on this backside here, and then we'll have to take this tray out, and then our power supply is gonna sit right up front. And that's really all there's gonna be to it. Like, there's not gonna be much else. It's got one exhaust fan on the case. We could slap a couple of intake fans here on the bottom if we need to, but this is such a low power computer with just the little CPU and stuff. So I would rather go with, you know, just having the one exhaust fan and then the fan from the CPU cooler and the power supply to just kind of keep some fresh air flowing in there and make sure that it's nice and quiet rather than, you know, throwing in a bunch of fans for better cooling. What up, Jables? How we doing? Ghost Gaming, good to see you. All right, should we get started? I think we should. Boom. So we got two of these to build tonight. EVGA. I love EVGA. Right, got our Wi-Fi cables. We don't need those. Don't need that. Don't need that. ITX boards are so cute. Look how little it is. Look how little and adorable it is. It's so small. Look how little that is. All right. Start with our CPU, the 12400 i5. Just upgraded from a 2060 to a 4060. Hey, let's go. How are you liking it? Oh. It's not a very good job on the factory seal there. Gonna get rid of this because it's terrible. We just want that. How are you liking the upgrade? That should be a pretty significant upgrade. Got to do the RAM next. What are you rocking right now? All right, here it is. The i5-12400. Yo, thank you for the sub, Peyton. Appreciate that. Okay. Just gonna stick that in there. There we go. CPU installed, i5-12400. We've got our one M.2 slot here. Basil Racedo. Oh. That just played through my speaker over there. That was so weird. That's kind of cool though. I guess if I just leave that on, I'll hear the text-to-speech. What up? How we doing, Wes? It's not playing through the stream? Really? I'm literally hearing it out of my computer over there, which is super weird. I don't know why that is. I will have to figure that out later. I'm hearing it over here through my work computer, which is obviously signed into the same like Google accounts and stuff. So I'm gonna play some games afterwards. I don't know if I feel like streaming it or not. Like Black Ops 6 stuff just streams so poorly that I don't know if it's worth streaming, you know? How we doing, Layla? Welcome in. All right, there's our MP33 1 terabyte. Okay, Newegg sending me messages. Cool. All right, 1 terabyte of storage in. Let's get our RAM in there. I think it's 32 gigs of DDR4 3200. What are you gonna upgrade to? I mean, 32 gigs is usually plenty. Am I getting a phone call or something now? I am getting a phone call. All right, well, sorry. Can't answer that right now. And my other account, you know, the other noob account. Oh, what's your noob account? All right, so we've got 16 gigs of DDR4. This is CL18 3600. Again, it's a workstation build, so we don't need to use super fast, low latency RAM. It just needs to be decent, which is what we got here. And trying to keep the overall build cost low is kind of what drives getting this RAM versus something nicer. Like, would you get like CL14 3600 or something instead of the 3200 stuff you have now? 4:32 a.m. The Nazad Mohammed. Oh, okay. That is, that's very early. All right, so we got 16 gigs of RAM, got our 1 terabyte of storage. We've got our 12400 in here. Let's get our CPU cooler out here. It's 4:30 a.m. for ghost gaming too. Sheesh. Can you just, like, this just not get stuck in there, please? Thank you. Some faster for sure suggestions. If you can find it, the Patriot Viper stuff is really good, like CL14 3600. If you want to get the most out of it, that's usually what I would go for. G-Skill has some good CL14 3600 stuff too. Like if you're gonna upgrade from 3200 and if you don't want to replace your motherboard and stuff, that would probably be my suggestion to keep your DDR4 motherboard. Said I watched you since 2023. That's right. I remember that. I remember. All right. Look how cute our little CPU cooler is too. All right. Let's get our back plate and stuff on here. Okay. Ah, come on. Don't do that to me. There we go. All right. Pull these guys to the outer position for LGA 1700. Okay. Just gonna stick that on the back. Like so. We'll squeeze it for a sec so that 3M tape sticks. There we go. All right. Now, here's our 1700 stuff. Now I feel like you're new here. Nah, you're an aged veteran, Ghost Gaming. I mean, I do have people, like Wes in the chat has been following me since like 2020 or 2021. Do have some OGs around still. The motherboard's a Z490 Edge, which I can't for the life of me get my case USB to work. Oh, interesting. Like the port died or something. What up, AJ? All right. Thank you, family, from Player 2 Gaming. Oh, nice. I hope he's doing okay. I haven't heard much from him in a while. I know he's not like doing content and stuff anymore, so that's probably why we're not really hearing from him, but hopefully he's doing all right. It's a little PC. Just a little baby. A baby PC. Not sure how long that's been. Probably a while. You could try exclamation point follow age, Jables, and see how long you've been following on Kick. One year, 1 month. Let's go. Okay, there's all that. Can get some thermal paste on here. Nice little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, here. Probably a little more than I need, but it should be fine. Okay, definitely want to make sure you take that off. Warning, please peel off before you use it. Okay. Yeah, well, thank you for those reactions on YouTube. Come on now. There we go. He's doing good, by the way. Just talked to him last week. Oh, good to hear that, man. I knew he was having some rough times for a bit. So I'm glad to hear that. Jeez, so many threads. There we go. Nice and tight. Get our little 90mm fan on here. We had to go with a little bit smaller CPU cooler for the for this case, so we had to go with the 90mm version instead of the 120 that we normally use. But I think the customer will be happy with having a nice small computer case. Okay, put that in there. Okay, it does not look straight. Come on. That looks straighter. There we go. Okay, so there's our whole thing. It's all right there. 12400F, CPU cooler, 16 gigs RAM, and 1 terabyte storage. All right. So let us get our case out here. Okay. So here's the case. It's tiny. It's cute. It's adorable. That's the whole PC right there, and then we got this little guy. So I need to take out this little hard drive bay first. So if you use an ATX power supply, you have to take out this hard drive bay. You don't have space for an ATX power supply and a 3.5-inch drive, which is fine. We don't plan on using one, but it's something to think about. If you want to spend the extra money and get a SFX power supply, then it fits inside of this little cage. Otherwise, you gotta get rid of it. Okay, so power supply is gonna sit over here, and then the then the motherboard's gonna be back here. I think I need to take this piece out as well, because I think the power supply is gonna sit right underneath that, if I do recall. Let's just get this out. Yeah, it's a little mini ITX build. You should turn these PC builds into a YouTube series. Well, I kind of have to choose between doing the PC builds on live or making a YouTube video out of them, you know? Is water cooling worth it? It depends on if you want like the absolute most possible performance out of your system, or if you're okay with like, you know, getting 95%. Because if you want like the absolute max amount of possible performance, like water cooling is worth it. And if you're doing like a high-end build already, then it makes sense. But if you're not doing that, then I would say doing like custom water cooling is not worth it. Now, getting like an AIO, I would say is worth it, but not like custom water cooling for most people. What up, Chronic Panda? How we doing? Oh man, it's too small. That's what she said. Record while I'm live? Yeah, but I don't know that it would be that interesting of a video, to be honest, because I'm sitting here talking to you guys most of the time. So I've made videos kind of like that before, and they don't really go anywhere. For me, it needs to be like a planned out YouTube video and more curated if it's gonna make it anywhere. All right, so this guy is gonna go here. So let's see. Pretty sure it's this bracket here. So let's take this little top bracket off and make sure that that's where it goes. Okay, so we can take that out. This guy supposed, sheesh. Can I fit it in there without taking that out, please? So this guy supposed to fit right there. Okay. Well, might have been able to get that through, but without a modular thing, I might have to take this off too. Let that fall. Okay. So. So this guy is going to go like this. Like that. Okay. And I need these bolts. Am I joining Black Ops 6? I have been having fun with Black Ops 6. Like, I don't play it on stream much because, like, multiplayer just doesn't seem to stream very well. But I've been enjoying it. I've played zombies more than multiplayer. At least. Did I fix my gaming PC? I did. I've only posted like through part 4, but there's like 12 parts to that series. I debated posting like all of it at once essentially, but I was like, yeah, I kind of want to have, you know, content for more than, you know, 2 days out of that. Come on. All right. Do I have big balls? I don't know. Don't really have anything to compare them to. You know what I mean? Okay. So we got all that in there. Set this down. Oops. Knocked my little plastic guy over. Put these under here just for a second to keep them out of the way. Now we can put this guy in here. We need this in here. Been hanging on a thread here once I saw the CPU changed. Oh yeah. Oh, it gets better. It gets better, sir. Oh, they routed this guy in the way. I was kind of hoping I could just leave it. There, that should be good. Let's do some super chats. Now we're talking. Super chats are definitely enabled if anyone wants to do that. Okay, motherboard's installed. Got this nice little bucket here full of bolts. Yo, with the 369, Claude, thank you so much. Go on, Mr. Beast. All right, hex screws, motherboard screws right there. Get a couple of those. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate that. Come on. This thing's a little too fat to fit in that little corner there. Can I do this? We'll use the extension, I think. Gotta get my iFixit screwdriver out here. Whew. What PC am I building? I am building a little workstation system for a local customer here. This is just going to be like at a mechanic here in town. They just needed a couple more systems at their shop, so that's what this is for. Which is really nice. I mean, we don't have to ship this or anything. You just text the customer and say, hey, come pick up your PC. Okay, motherboard is installed. Let's start working on some of these cables now. Chat's lame. Yeah, come on, chat. Don't let Chronic Panda show you up. Not a rich baller, but I support for the profession and community. I appreciate that, dude. I really do. Okay, there's our HD audio. Front panel. Front panel is right there. So we've got HDD LED. Get our power LEDs here. Next. Come on. So tight of a fit. Okay, fine. We'll do these ones first. Okay, got our power LEDs, got our power switch. What am I doing here that I can't see? There we go, okay. I got HDD LED right there. Our reset switch right now. There we go. Okay. Front panel header is in. Get our USB 3.0 header in. Okay, got that. All right. Now let's find our CPU power, which is this guy. The one thing about using an ATX power supply in this system, besides being quite large, is that the cables are also designed for a bigger case, so you've got a bunch of extra cable length. Which can make it easier to install them, but annoying when you want to cable manage them later. We're in the same profession, you know how it goes. This is a Sama case, or however you pronounce it, S-A-M-A. It was like, I want to say it was like 50 something bucks. Like, it was very reasonably priced. Okay, then we need our motherboard power here. Go. Okay, and then the rest of the stuff we don't need, believe it or not. We need to plug this fan in. We have a couple of headers at the top for chassis fans. Okay, chassis fan connected there, and that's it. Nothing else from our front panel. We don't have GPU, we don't have any SATA connections that we need. So all this is essentially just gonna go right here. Get that EVGA thing back. Keep it cooking, man. I appreciate that. The configuration, so this has an Intel i5 12400, a ITX motherboard, 32 or 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, a 1 terabyte SSD from Team Group. I can do that tighter. Little Thermalright cooler, and a EVGA 600 watt power supply. Okay, get rid of that. Oh, interesting. This thing comes with extra twist ties. That's fun. This doesn't have a glass panel on it, so it doesn't really matter that much what the cable management looks like, but I care a little bit, so. Okay, go zip tie there. Okay. Just kind of keeping it simple. Not really a ton of cables to manage, and there's not really like hidden compartments or anything to hide the cables, so I don't think we need to do too much there. All right, I made sure that this is powered on because otherwise you might not be able to reach it later. Let's get this guy back in here like that. Oh, interesting. I guess you can't have this in here either, because that, oh, maybe you can. We'll make it work. Just kind of sits right on top of that power cable. It's the end. No, we're doing 2 of these tonight, so we're gonna finish buttoning this one up, get all the panels back on, and then we'll start number 2. Double feature, baby. Double feature. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. You know what we could do? We could throw this cool speaker in here that makes noise when you like, I think it's when you, if it gets too hot or whatever. We're not gonna do that. Okay, now let's put this guy back on. Goes this way, like this. Don't know who would use this, but it's there, so you can use it. I think it was this way, right? There we go. That's better. Same? Yes. Yeah, we're doing 2 identical little systems here tonight. These are really cheap too. Like I think with my build fee and state taxes and everything, it's like sales tax, everything, they were like just under $700 a piece, or right around $700 a piece. So there it is in all its glory. I'll show you what it looks like all put back together because it's adorable. Also, I think this was supposed to come with a bolt back here, but it doesn't have one in there, and I don't know. Hand screws. Let me see if the case thing says what's supposed to be back there, because it didn't have one back there, but it was supposed to. It says remove that. Remove top screws on rear plate. Yeah, see, there's no screw on the bottom one either. Okay, well, maybe we'll just take a guess. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's one of these. That seems to have worked. And do the same thing on the bottom so the bottom doesn't just come out. All right, there we go. Top panel's on. Let's get our front panel on here. This little guy. Don't remember which way it went. It's gotta be the other way. All right, it's gotta be the other way, right? Oops, oop, 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 oop. Hold on. I need to look at this straight on. I swear it has to go that way. Yeah, because that's in the way. Should have probably paid a little bit more attention when I was taking it off. There we go. There we go. Now it looks good. Now that I'm looking at this power supply, well, I guess it is drawing. I guess it's drawing air through there. Okay. It's gonna be such low power draw that the power supply is never gonna be working that hard, so it's probably fine. But one of these is for the front, one of these is for the back. Maybe they're identical. Nobody knows. Well, that seems to have worked. There it is. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Look how small it is. It's just a wee little baby. And there it is. One down. I would turn it on, but there's literally nothing to see. There's absolutely zero RGB. You wouldn't even be able to see the post light because it's got a case panel on it. Yeah. There's literally nothing. I wonder if we should add a case pan. Like, can we add a case fan right there? Is that the right size? I'm tempted. I've got a million extra fans. So, let's see. Is this the right size for a fan? Oh, it is. I kind of want to put a little intake fan here. Yeah? Just a little intake fan right there. Get us some more fresh air in the case. I know technically I could put one at the bottom. Like that seems like the more logical place is to put it at the bottom, but it's more fun to put it on the side. And there is a mesh filter on the side. What's life without a little whimsy, right? Just a little something like that. Just a little something, something. I could take the top off and I'll have room to reach back there and plug it in. Let's do it. I literally have like 30 of these case fans sitting in my storage area, so why not? Right? Why not? Let's do it. These are pretty quiet fans, so it'll be fine. Oops, totally did that in the wrong spot. There we go. Look at that. Sweet, that spins free. Of course, I bolted this in. Okay, lift that out. Take this little guy here. Run them back there. There it is. Now we have a little intake fan. How easy was that? Boom. Ta-da! Done for reals. There it is, one down. Stick this on the floor and let's get all the stuff out for number 2. Alrighty. Cable management. There's not really much cable management to be done in there because there's nowhere to hide it. And there's not really anything to manage it to. So kind of just made sure everything was kind of bundled together, and that's about as much as you can hope for on in that case. It's also not visible in any way, shape, or form. So there we go. PC number 2. Got all that. Let's get the case out here. Okay, got our case, ready to go. Number 2, let's do this. It's gonna be deja vu. Everything is gonna feel like 20 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago. Oh shoot, here we go again. That's right. It's like it never even happens. It's like somebody accidentally clicked restart. Right back at the beginning. There it is. All right, CPU first. Hey, look, they did a better job with the factory seal on this one. Another worthless Intel stock cooler. Okay. Intel i5 12400 going in. Boom. Okay, let's get our SSD in there. Okay, get my M.2 screw out here. Feels like I already watched this somewhere. am I? What year is it? That didn't work. Okay, there's that. $16 gigs of RAM going in. Same song, different beats. Okay, there's that. CPU cooler time. Oops. Started this PC build at 4:39. Wonder how fast we can finish it. What do you guys think? 25 minutes? 25 minutes and we can do this? Who thinks we can do this in 25 minutes? One's in the chat. One's in the chat if you think we can do this in a total of 25 minutes. 2 if you think we can't. Oscar thinks we can do it. All right. We can use the same thermal paste as last time. Still plenty left in here. Okay. Thermal pastes. Yeah, it's an i5 12400. You can type in ! specs if you want to see the full spec list. !SPECS. Okay. Go. There's that. What's everybody else think? Oscar says yes. Anyone else think we can do it in 25 minutes? Okay, that is done. Did you get Intel Ultra on hand? I have not bought any because for my customers interested in gaming, it's worse in gaming than the Intel 14th gen, so I don't see any reason to stock it right now. I did order some AMD RX, sorry, the Ryzen 7 9800X 3Ds though. So I'll have those on hand soon. We're speed running this build. We're trying to do it in 25 minutes. I started at 38. So if someone can figure out what my deadline is, 25 minutes, that would be very nice. Go. Actually, let's switch to this one. Okay. Gotta take this hard drive bay out. Let's undo this while we're at it. I have 12 minutes left. So 3 after. All right, let's get our power supply out. Oh, interesting. I think everyone was excited for it until like it actually came out, and then they realized like, wow, these kind of suck for gaming. Like literally worse than the previous generation. It's like, why would people buy it? I don't know. Just doesn't really make sense. This is a 600 watt gold certified, A+ gold certified power supply from EVGA. Okay. And let me take this one out. So I can do that. You have an i7 12700K? What's wrong with the 12700K though? 12700K is great. Okay, so let this guy facing this way. Yo, Jables coming in with the 5 gifted subs, dude. Thank you so much. Stay. We're speed running. Dude, thank you so much for the gifteds. Do I think your PC is good? What do you have in your PC? 9800X3D, baby. Yeah, I have 2 on order for customers to have. Can we get some hashtag Jables in the chat? He just dropped 5 gifted subs all over me. Intel's reputation is going down. It's going down, down. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I don't know the words for that song. Okay. There we go. That's plugged in. All right, motherboard time. i5 3000 with the RX 6600. I would say your CPU is probably unlikely to be able to play a lot of games with that CPU. But it's still a decent GPU these days. So like if you were to upgrade like CPU, motherboard, RAM to something a little bit more modern, I think you would have a pretty solid gaming experience, in my humble opinion. All right, how are we doing on time? There it is. I started at 38. Runs Fortnite max settings 60 FPS. That's not bad. Wait, I need this guy for that. The heck? Why is that not getting started? Here we go. Just needed a little pressure. Okay, that's done. These bolted down the rest of the way. Ten minutes to go. Oh, we got this. We got this. All right. Okay. That in there. All these guys plugged in. Okay. There's my HT audio. Okay. HDD LED. Oh. Okay, that's all in there. USB 3. CPU. Come on. Hold on. There we go. There's CPU power. Like that. Okay, there's our motherboard power, like that. Get all these cables into a nice tight bundle. Okay. Got a new 6600 for 125 bucks. That's not a bad price. Yeah, but I would definitely invest in a new CPU at some point. Like that would take you from 60 FPS to like double that probably. And it doesn't even need to be like new, but just like newer, you know. All right. Now, got that extra case fan that we wanted to put in there for no reason at all. Okay. What do we got, like 2 minutes? 3 minutes? Oh no, the fan's on backwards. Oh no. Okay, we can still do this. We can still do this. Huh? Come on. Boom. Done. All right, I might have been 26 minutes instead of 25, but I just built this entire PC from top to bottom, from case being completely closed fresh out of the box to being completely built. Everything's plugged in, everything's roughly cable managed because there's not really much cable management stuff in here to be able to deal with. It is ready to power on. 26 minutes. There you go. Yeah, I would go for like a 5000 series AMD CPU over an Intel personally. Get yourself like a 5600G or 5500 or a 5600X. Those will all serve you really well. Oh man, I mean 26 minutes is still pretty darn good. Start to finish. From basically pulling it out of the box to now, 26 minutes. What do I mean done? This PC is done being built. So I built 2 PCs tonight. Identical PCs. We got this one. And we got this one. This second PC I built in 26 minutes. I was shooting for 25, so I was a little short or a little long on the build time, but 26 minutes, guys. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I would turn them on for you, but like, you literally won't even see anything. Like, you won't see any RGB. There won't be any like lights to look through because there's no like glass side panel. Whew, that feels pretty good. I wonder what my heart rate's at right now. 93, not bad. You're still impressed? Thank you. All right, y'all. Should we turn them on just for kicks and giggles so y'all can see it? I can open up the side panel so you can at least like see something happening on one of them. I don't have 2 plugs available over here, but I do have one. So Here we go. First ever power on. There's no switch on the back like normal because it's power supplies in there. There it is. It's pretty quiet too. It's not a bad little system, huh? Not a bad little system there. Wow, I see nothing. I mean, you can see that this fan's on. You can hear that the fan's running. Yes, there is nothing to see on these. There's no RGB, there's no glass side panel. There's no nothing, no frills, no GPU. It's just and computer. But 2 builds in just over an hour. Not bad. Not bad. Takes me about 5 minutes to fit a screw into a hole. Specs. Type in exclamation point specs, Felipe. What do you mean, did I just enter the stream? No. Type in exclamation point specs, just like you spelled it there. And it'll give you the full list, and then we can talk through it. If you have any questions, more than welcome to ask. Yeah, I mean, that feels pretty good. 2 PCs in just over an hour. Pretty happy with that. So we've got the i5-12400, got the Thermalright Assassin 90 millimeter fan version, got the ASRock B760M-ITX with Wi-Fi. These are Wi-Fi enabled motherboards. 16 gigs of RAM, CL18-3600 from Team Group MP33 1TB, which is a PCIe Gen 3 SSD. And then this is the Sama, what is it? Sama IM01 case. It's honestly, it's a nice little case. Like, it's not as small as some like ITX motherboards, but technically this could also have an MATX board if you swapped out the power supply for an SFX power supply. So you could have even a little bit more content inside of the case. So it's not bad. And then lastly, we have a 600 watt power supply, 80 plus gold from EVGA. Never had good luck with integrated Wi-Fi? Really? Like the integrated like onboard Wi-Fi? Maybe you just need to buy nicer, I mean, I don't use Wi-Fi much on gaming computers, but you know, it's nice to have. These are for a customer. So this is for a local customer here in town that needs them for his, he works for a mechanic shop. So these will just be workstation computers for them to, you know, do inventory and track hours and all that sort of stuff. Nothing super special. But if you had a system like this and then, you know, you threw in a little graphics card in there, like a little small form factor graphics card in there, like this could be a nice little budget gaming PC. What do you think of the Assassin 90? I've heard some good things. I haven't used the 90 before, but I've used the 120 a bunch. It's really good. The 120 is awesome. The 90, I mean, we haven't tested these out at all yet, but like, you know, maybe just a tiny bit louder, not much. It's a nice small form factor for like putting it in a smaller case. I would personally, like if you have the room, get the like Thermalright Assassin 120 or whatever, because they're like $18. I think the 90 is a little bit more expensive. All right. I think we're gonna call the stream here, and I'm gonna get to working on getting these bad boys with windows on them and all that jazz. So appreciate y'all hanging out. I appreciate the subs again, Jables, and the super, which came from Claude. Yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of your night, or those of you way over in the Middle East, happy morning if you're just getting up, or if you're staying up really late, go get some sleep. Go to bed. All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good night.